If you're a big swim team and you like to order a lot of gear, maybe you ought to check out Swim Outlet Team Division for these reasons. Swim teams receive a 10% discount on bulk orders. Swim teams or organizations get an 8% commission on referred sales. You'll also like their customization services, which is affordable and available at all times during the year for all team gear. With over 50,000 items in stock, you can get most anything you want. Swim Outlet Team Division. You need to try it out. You'll be glad you did.
This is the Morning Swim Show for Friday, October 25th, 2013. I'm your host, Jeff Cummings. Joining me today in the Finis Monitor will be two swimmers from the Bluefish Swim Club. Connor Green and Brooke Zeiger are members of the USA Swimming National Junior Team, and in a little more than a week, the two will travel to Asia to compete in the FINA World Cup with other members of the junior team. Connor and Brooke join us via Skype from the pool where they train in Attleboro, Massachusetts. Connor and Brooke, it's good to see you. How are you today?
How are you?
I understand you guys just got out of dry land. How was it?
It was hard.
Yeah.
Well, if there was, I don't think there's really such a thing as easy dry land.
No.
Brooke, give me an idea of the kind of exercises you guys do in a typical dry land session.
Usually in a typical dryland session, we do little like circuits of things. We'll start off with like a warm up, and then we'll do like little routines like jumping jacks and push-ups, and then like mountain climber exercises and squats, things like that. And then we have circuits set up around the fitness room that we'll do sometimes, which have sandbag cleans, medicine ball exercises, and then like plank holds.
My goodness. How long do you guys do these?
Like 45 minutes to 50 minutes.
Yeah. We just got some pull-up bars and like TRX bands set up in here because this is our new dryland center. And we put that in like last week, I think. So we're doing some new stuff on that too.
Those TRX bands are pretty intense, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, I know you guys are getting ready for this big trip to Asia, and I'm sure you're all excited. Have either of you been to Asia before?
No.
No, never.
Well, it'll be pretty exciting. Either of you know, and you'll be in Beijing and Tokyo. Do either of you know Chinese or Japanese? Anything you can help you get around?
I took Mandarin for 3 years, but I don't know how fluent I am, and I don't know how that's can probably like say 2 sentences now, but well, I don't know how far that's going to get me.
Well, that's okay. English has become the universal language, so I think they'll see you and realize maybe they need to speak English and not try to force Chinese or Japanese on you.
Hopefully.
Well, tell me what it's like to be on the national junior team, Brooke. Is it the kind of experience that a lot of people say it's an experience they'll always remember and friendships they'll always have. Is that kind of true for you?
Yeah, being on the team's really cool. They had the camp in April where we got to meet most of the people from last year's camp, and most of those people are on this year's roster. And then some people, all the people on the junior team are going on this trip. It's really cool. Everyone's really nice, and it's really cool being on the team. I've never been on one of these trips before, so I'm really excited to see what it's like.
Well, Connor, you have been on these trips before, specifically just most recently at the Junior World Championships. Have you given Brooke any advice on how to handle travel and international swim meets?
Well, I think when I came back, Chuck kind of had me talk about it. And I think it's just really a different kind of experience representing Team USA rather than representing yourself and Bluefish. But just being part of the team is amazing. And kind of just sharing the experience with everyone, and the relays and the cheers and everything is really, really cool. Like the camaraderie we all have together, and it's just an awesome time to meet new people. And I know a ton of people I've kept in contact with, and everyone's we're all getting really excited. All the kids who have been signing, we all have been talking to each other, looking forward to see each other on trips and recruit trips and stuff. So that was really fun to see people again on those. And it's just kind of cool, developing relationships that you'll have for the rest of your life, and that's really, really exciting.
Connor, what was it like to stand on the podium in Dubai and see the U.S. flag raised for you I think you got third in the 200 back, right?
Yeah, yeah. It was kind of surreal because I had been seeing, because it was last night, and I'd been seeing people getting medals the entire week, and it was just like kind of like watching them go up for their medals and like standing there and like seeing their flag up there. And then when I finally got there, I kind of like couldn't believe it was happening to me. And it was just such a cool experience to like have everyone like cheer for me when I got up there and kind of like get the medal and everything like that. It was just really kind of like a really cool moment that I know like I'll remember. And it was pretty awesome.
And to go lifetime best 158. I know when we talked to you on the Morning Swim Show a couple years ago, you had talked about your goals and wanting to break 2 minutes and everything, and you think you've done it 6 times in the past like 5 months. So it must be old hat for you now.
Yeah, I think I'd been trying to do it since, well, I think I really got close last summer, and then World Trials I broke it, and I think it was more like a mental barrier. I think that's a lot with a lot of things. And then once I got under it, it was kind of easy to do again and again. But I think now it's just kind of not the norm, but what I do now. So.
Well, I think it is the norm now. I think everyone's going to be expecting, and I'm sure you're expecting it too. Let's talk about college. Brooke, you're going to be going to Minnesota. Connor, you're going to Cal. Very nice choices. Congratulations on those. Brooke, how much influence did having your sister at Minnesota play in making your choice?
It wasn't that much of an influence. I remember like thinking like back to like freshman, like sophomore year, I'm like, I'll never go to school with my sister. That's weird. And then like when I started like looking at like all the colleges I was going to visit and like which ones I was most interested in, it was like Minnesota was in that list. And I thought it was like a little weird, you know, going to see the school my sister was at. But then like seeing her like succeed at Minnesota and then going out to visit and see what she does all the time and see how she likes it, I think that was nice to see. But it wasn't really a huge part, but it was like a nice part to have. Like I'm excited to go to school with her next year, and I think that'll be really cool.
Plus, I'm sure your parents are excited. They don't have to go to 2 different schools to watch their daughter swim.
Yeah, my parents are a fan of that.
Yeah. Connor, going to Cal, obviously, huge team there. Their backstroke roster is just stupendous. You know, was there any nerves or any trepidation about being a part of that group?
I don't think it was nerves. It was more I was kind of thought about it. I was like, wow, if I go there, I'll be with 2 of the best 200 backstrokers in the world, and I don't think I did get any other like training group better than that. And I think that was just like a really cool part about it, to know that I'll always have people to train with when I'm there, and they're training with next to the best people in the world is awesome. So.
And I'm sure you probably have a good relationship with Ryan Murphy, Jacob Pebley. I mean, you've raced them many times before, probably been on some junior team trips with them in the past, I believe.
I haven't been on any trips with them, but I've talked to them before, and then I got to know them more on my trip there. And they're awesome, and I'm just like really excited to be their teammates next year and go to meets with them and race them. So.
Well, like I said, your 158.4 puts you right in there, so I agree. You shouldn't have any trepidation. I think you're going to fit right in. Well, let's talk about training there at Bluefish. I know when you guys get back from your trip in Asia, you're going to be getting right into Thanksgiving training. From what I heard, that you guys have a big, intense practice at Thanksgiving. I heard it's something like 6 hours long. Is that right, Brooke?
Yeah, we've done some pretty long practices before Thanksgiving in the past. I think that was like my first experience with like a practice over 3.5 hours, and I was just in shock. I remember my first 6-hour practice. It just felt like I was at the pool like the entire day, and I was so hungry and so tired after. It was like every single hard set that we've ever done just like put into one practice.
So Connor, after these workouts, I imagine you could pretty much clean out the Thanksgiving table the next day.
Yeah, I basically like wake up and
If you
eat.
get out of bed.
Yeah, if I can get out of bed, if I can walk down the stairs, I usually just like roll out of bed and then eat the entire day and then pass out again at like 6. Take a few naps maybe.
Yeah. Well, it's worth it. It's worth it. I got to ask you real quick. I mean, Chuck Batchelor, your head coach, has obviously a very distinctive yell when when you guys are racing. Does he do that also in workout to try to urge you guys along?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of yelling and running up and down the pool deck. None of it's always trying to push us to do better. So I think it helps a lot. He's always there to kind of get that extra bit out of us. So.
Well, I'm sure it's ingrained in your head. So Connor, when you go to Cal, and Brooke, when you go to Minnesota, you'll be able to kind of pull that out if you need that little extra guidance. Saying what I'm sure I will be hearing Chuck right now.
Yeah, I hope I think I'll be able to train too.
Well, guys, before we let you go, we're going to submit you to our final 5. These are 5 questions we ask all of our guests, get to know them a little bit better. So we're going to ask each of you to answer these. Quick fire, no time to think. First question, Connor, if you could change the order of strokes in the individual medley, how would you change it?
Fly, breast, free back.
Fly, breast, free back. All right. Brooke, how about you?
Breast, back, fly, free.
All right. Connor, if there's a career, what's a career you would most like to try?
Career? International business.
Okay. Brooke, how about you?
I would want to, I don't know, try out like cooking, like be a chef maybe.
Okay, that's interesting.
Right.
And Brooke, what's a career you would not like to try?
Probably teaching some like really hard math, like college level math. I would not want to try that.
How about you, Connor?
Some college level
math. Oh God. Probably. Oh my gosh. Like working in like on a skyscraper, like a window washer or something.
Okay, yeah, that's scary. If you could change or add any of the rules in the swimming rule book, what would it be? How about you, Connor?
Change or add. These are hard questions. I'd personally want a longer pool. I don't like turns.
All right, Brooke, how about you?
I'd add like 25 races.
Oh, wow.
Like in
different way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Connor wants a longer pool, Brooke wants a shorter pool. All right, Brooke, last question. Where do you most like to go on vacation?
Where would I want to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Probably Australia, somewhere near some coral reef.
Okay. Connor, how about you?
I've always wanted to go backpacking across Europe, so it's on my bucket list.
Okay. Interesting. That would be fun. Well, guys, thanks so much for joining us. I know you got to get to the pool, get into that hard training before you go to Asia. So, thanks for joining us. Have safe travels.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so while Connor and Brooke are racing in Asia, their Bluefish teammates will be participating in a meet hosted by Bluefish November 8th through 10th. Swimming World will be there streaming the event live for you on swimmingworld.com, and we hope you come back for what should be a fun weekend. That will do it for this edition of the Morning Swim Show. I'm Jeff Cummings. Thanks for watching.